welcome to a new episode of Be My Guest. Today we're filming again in Ödåka in the south of Sweden. We just played at a festival and I'm here with Anders Bergcrantz. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Linus. Thank you very much.
We just did a set at the festival this afternoon and this is a chance for us to also record an interview. And to start off, I would like to know about your background. When did you start playing? Do you come from a musical family? What's the story? What's your musical background?
Okay, thanks for asking. First of all, well, I grew up in a musical family. My father was a jazz piano player. He died in 1998, unfortunately, and my two older brothers. They played tenor saxophone and drums. Anyway, before I even started playing the trumpets, I played the recorder, I played the electric bass, I played bongo drums, and whatever was that was available in our home. And we had a very free upbringing, because my father never told us you have to become musicians, you have to practice, But after a while he saw that we wanted to become musicians, and then he supported us. But it was a very free, supporting, loving upbringing, I would say.
Yeah, okay. So how did you end up playing the trumpet? Did you hear a trumpet player in specific?
Yeah, well, to make a long story short, it was my oldest brother, Håkan. He played the trumpet.
Okay.
And I didn't play anything really. I played the Lego.
Okay, Lego.
Stuff like that, and plastic models, Spitfires and the Messerschmitt, and all that. And I was just trying his trumpet, and for some strange reason, was so easy for me to get ba, so they were amazed. My father and my brother, my other brother and my mother, because my oldest brother, he was struggling, practicing the trumpet. And I was just, some kind of natural for the instrument.
It came easy to you to play the trumpet? There was something
very easy.
Okay.
I have to say that it was like I had the same sound within a week that I have today.
Wow.
Almost. It's a miracle, but that's the way it was. Mm-hmm. So my brother changed from trumpet, then he started playing the saxophone.
Okay.
And my other brother Thomas, he always played the drums. Okay. But then I got my own trumpet from my father and my oldest brother. I got my own con trumpet when I turned 15. Mm. Then I started just fooling around. I didn't really start practicing like seriously until I got like maybe 16 or 17 years old. But I knew how to get a good sound, and I knew the scales and all that. Yeah, but I started practicing the jazz scales, so to speak.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Then I started high school, and then I started to take it very seriously. Yeah.
Yes, of course. And so you are from Malmö in the south of Sweden?
Yeah,
you were born there? Yeah.
That's right.
This is where you live today still?
Still, yeah.
Okay. But you did move to New York for a moment, right?
Actually, Linus, I never moved there.
Okay.
I went to Berklee College of Music in 1980 in Boston. Yeah. 81 for one semester, only the freshman course. Okay. But then during the 80s, I went to New York City like almost once every second month or something like that. And then I got some then I was recommended by Mr. Dave Liebman to play at Visiones, and then I started playing at Sweet Basil.
Sweet Basil, yeah.
And it recorded there.
I remember that. That's
So that was unfortunately that club doesn't exist anymore. But so I had it was almost a little bit luxury because I lived in Malmö, going to New York City playing
in these clubs,
the great gigs,
Wow.
because everybody wanted to play those gigs, and I was fortunate enough to do those gigs. I was with the Brick Margitza, Dave Liebman, Billy Hart, because they
Richie Barrett,
because they dug my playing.
Okay.
So we're still friends. Sometimes we still play together. But I have to say that Dave Liebman was the season opening to my New York adventure.
Cool.
Which meant a lot to me.
Of course.
Over here as well.
Yeah, because if you make it over there, then you can make it anywhere.
It's an absolute truth. That saying, I must say.
Okay, and so you also compose. Did you study composition, or did it come like learning by doing?
Learning by doing, I would say. Studying, well, I went to the conservatory, but I must say I learned what I play today and what I compose and write today is so much inspired by my father's playing, because he was a great piano player, but it was also writing some beautiful melodical things, tunes or longer things, which to this day inspires me very much. So I'm a fan of melodies. Together with beautiful chords and rhythms, of course, but melodies should never be forgotten.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. That's what I think about too. You never got fired for writing something beautiful. Like a strong melody. It goes so far.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that.
Of course, no. And so, what do you have coming up now? I don't know, in October, November. Do you have anything special coming up?
Special? I have some great gigs, with local constellations. I have something with a beautiful French band I'm a member of. We're going to Montmartre in Copenhagen. We're going to Germany. We're going to different places in France. Sorry, I don't have the specific names of Paris among other cities. Then I'm thinking about going back to the studio next year. Because I think I've been a little lazy with the record. Some people are recording like 2 records every year, I've never been like that. Because being in the studio for me is tense, I love it, but it still is very, if you want to do something for the 100, 200 years after you die, you want to do something good. So, but I will go back to the studio next year, maybe in the spring, and do something to document where I'm at this moment.
I see. Of course. I couldn't agree more. That it's I also like to think about quality more than quantity, right?
Absolutely.
It totally applies to recording.
Absolutely.
But I've been following you for decades now. But so every now and then you do come out with an album, even if it's not every year.
No.
How many albums have you recorded as a
leader?
Yeah.
As a leader, I think it's 10 or 11 records as a leader. And I mean, that's a lot, but it's not a lot.
No.
Considering my age.
Your age. Okay. But anyways, keeping updated about all what's going on with you. We can follow you on Facebook. You're more on Facebook than on Instagram, right?
I am. I am. I'm not too much into that, but if people wants to check out what's happening in my musical life, my career, and the gigs and the forthcoming recordings, I would say that you check out my Facebook site, because that's more or less my website. That's my homepage. You know, it's good enough, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got all the information that you would need.
Of course,
I think.
basic needs. Yeah, of course. Because anyway, social media, it's just, you know, a news channel or like information. We still have to meet up in real life, coming out to see the shows,
man,
and you get together,
so
right?
I mean, for example, Linus, meeting you now in real life, after quite a few years, means so much more than writing a few emails. I mean, that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
And playing together.
Of course.
That means so much more than just fooling around on Facebook.
Yes, social media, it's just like a new tool, you know. It's like the phone in the old days. Now it's social media or WhatsApp or whatever, you know. But it can never replace real life.
Exactly.